This is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. Oof. Always a mess. That's good. No real surprises. Manhattan, this brewing company, Manhattan Project Beer, they make really good brew. I haven't really had a bad one. They do make a stout, and I haven't tried it yet, so fair warning on that. But today we are drinking Hoppenheimer, Imperial Hoppenheimer. It is a West Coast style IPA. I just got it because it had green on it, and it was just, I was like, fuck, I like the name, so fuck it, we're gonna try it. And like I said, I haven't really had a bad one yet. I guess I'm trying to find a bad one from Manhattan, but not really. So it is what it is. But listen, we got to get into it, man. It's been a crazy weekend. But, yeah, and I found Hoppenheimer at my favorite store to buy beer at, Total Wine, where you can find all of these great beers. I don't buy beer from anywhere else, basically. Total Wine is the only place that I go to get brew. So if you want to find beers, singles, six-packs, kegs, whatever the case may be, cases, that is the place you need to go. They have a wide selection from all over across the nation. So, all right, so let's get into it. News you can booze to. First off, WNBA. New York. Yes, they won it all. I say yes, but I bet on the Lynx. I bet on the Lynx to win the whole game. To win the whole series, excuse me, and they almost disappointed. They didn't quite pull it off. It got to OT. It was actually a really good series. I know I've seen some. It's so funny, the people that have the agenda against the WNBA, like that are diehard Caitlin Clark fans, and all they want to do is promote her and push her. But it's like, there's some really good basketball going on in the WNBA. Now, there is some bad basketball, yes, I will give you that. But there's bad basketball in NBA. There's bad basketball in college basketball. So I don't really understand the whole thing unless you're just really weird about women, dog. Like, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? You'd rather see men run around in shorts and be sweaty. That's fine, nobody cares. But for us men who like to see women play sports, and see good basketball, this series was good basketball. So anyway, enough of all that. But yeah, so I would say it was a really good series. It went to 5, went to OT. New York won it. It was honestly, like I said, it was really good. Yeah, I watched multi-view screen, couldn't keep my eyes off that, the Dodgers and the Mets and the football game. Like, it was that good. Like, I had to watch all 3 that Sunday night. So anyway, and I'm pretty hard to please on watching everything. I don't even watch baseball year round, not gonna lie. But speaking of baseball, the World Series is set. Go Yankees. Oh my God, go Yankees. So Yankees versus Dodgers. As a Yankees fan, as a baseball guy that, like I said, I don't watch it year round, but I will watch baseball if it's on. I will go to games all the time, Rangers all the time, obviously. But if I get a chance to go to New York, I will go to New York games as well, or like in New York games as well. But yeah, so long story short, Yankees, Dodgers, it's the series that everybody in the world wanted to see, if I'm being honest, because it's either a Yankees hat or a Dodgers hat you pretty much see on most people's heads, just saying, not really Mets or Guardians. I mean, the Guardians do have a dope-ass fucking logo, though. I can't front on that. But, yeah, everybody wanted to see the Yankees and Dodgers, Yankees in 6. I'm probably gonna regret that later, but whatever. NCAA. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Texas, you're Frazier. And Alabama, you're Frazier again? First off, let's talk about the Texas-Georgia game. A very good game. Score was not fair. Georgia put it on Texas in the first half, in the first half. Texas started to get it together in the second half. Is this the time for the Archie Manning era to start? I will see. Ewers came back, looked real fucking shaky. I just think it was an SEC game. Granted, it was at home, so what the fuck? But I feel like Archie had a better game than Ewers. I don't know. Ewers just didn't look 100% yet. He looked better against OU, but OU really don't have shit, as they proved again by losing. I mean, they got absolutely destroyed this weekend. I don't even want to talk about them because we're not on angry. I was told I was too angry last episode, so I won't be that angry guy this time. So, but with that said, we did not see Ewers look that bad versus OU. We saw Ewers look bad versus Georgia. And Georgia, to be honest, is really fucking good, but they always lose to Alabama. We've seen that, right? We saw that this year. We saw that Saban, didn't matter. Alabama has their number. I don't know how. I don't know why. Is it the Crimson? I don't know. I don't fucking care. Alabama, though, has some, like, real issues going on the defense side of the ball, and they went from very structured when Saban was there to fucking loose as a goose, if you will, fucking now that the new guy's there. And you can just tell by the play. Tennessee put it on them. Tennessee lit up the cigars. I was going to light up a cigar for the show, but I was like, I ain't trying to get kicked out. So I do think that Alabama's in trouble. I don't see them making the playoffs. They're ranked 15 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Tennessee jumped up in the top 10. Georgia and Texas didn't go too far out of the top 3, top 5. Oregon is now number 1. Ohio State just sneaking fucking by. They are flying so under the radar after the Oregon game was their biggest game, and then they're flying completely under the radar, not doing shit for the rest of the season. It's kind of fucking crazy. But not mad at it. They're winning games. Obviously, they lost Oregon in a close game, but we could get a fucking rematch, and I am here for it. So, I do think a lot of people are judgmental when it comes to coaching. Like, we're this microwave era of sports and fandom things right now because Bama lost a great coach. Now, I do see glaring issues on the defensive side of the ball and the offense as far as discipline and, playing for the team instead of trying to play for the highlights. You'll understand later. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with them. Georgia's really good. Carson Beck had a bad game against Alabama. Again, Georgia they shit the bed when it comes to Alabama. I don't know. Miami stays undefeated. Cam Ward is the coolest, slowest quarterback I have ever seen in my entire existence. His offensive line should get a Mercedes-Benz every single game because he'll be back there for 10 to 20 seconds at a time when he drops back. What? There is no secondary on this planet that can cover their receiver that long. So for me, I really feel like they are. They're good. I'm not going to take anything away from Miami, but their defense is the big question mark for me. Louisville's good on defense and not so. I haven't seen them do this on anybody else this year. Now. Purdue also scored 40 some odd points and then fucking damn near blanked I think they did blank against Oregon. Yeah, they blanked against Oregon 35-0. Like, maybe they got their nut off the almost beating Illinois thing, but I don't know. So I don't know. I just really honestly feel like Miami's gonna run into some really, really tough times when it comes to the playoffs. So we'll see. Speaking of tough times, Iowa State almost lost to UCF. Like, what? BYU almost lost to fucking Oklahoma State. Like, yo, it's so crazy. This is the first time this year that they didn't cover the spread, which if you follow Better Beer, Bet the House, you know how sick I am about that. But we had a good weekend, so we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill. But anyway, I think like this again, conference play is starting to get serious, and I think a lot of people, a lot of the coaching and stuff like we're seeing a lot of players that are trying to make a name for themselves against the undefeated teams. Now, granted, you can get a loss and still be in the top 5, top 10, Georgia, Texas, hell, or Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? You can still do that. But the type of teams that Iowa State was playing, they can't afford to do that. So I feel like, I don't know, they're in trouble. It was kind of weird to see them being in such a battle with UCF. And BYU, they had a bad night. I mean, they looked like they were not fully there. It might have been because of a short week, but it's weird because BYU didn't look like themselves either. So, but Oklahoma State usually gives them a problem every year. And as a gambler, I should have looked at that too. But I'm thinking BYU is outstanding this year, which they are. But Oklahoma State is always giving them problems. The running back from Oklahoma State, Ali, got hurt. So, they might have lost that game, but, home run, game-winning, walk-off, basically touchdown, saved the day. Meanwhile, SMU continues to be a menace in the ACC, and I don't think anybody's really talking about it. And I know SMU hasn't had like a bunch of great teams that they beat and things like that, but the loss that they got to BYU doesn't look so crazy. Or was it Boise State or BYU, one of the two? Doesn't look that crazy. And every single team that they have played since, they have 20 pointed or more. ACC better get on notice. Miami, Clemson, I'm just putting y'all on note. I'm saying this for us because I think SMU has a chance to upset one of the two. Now, will they get into the ACC Conference Championship? We'll see. But honestly, like I said, I mean, man, but I got to look at their schedule because SMU, I think, has to play one of the two. But, man, they are putting fucking whoopings on people, man, in the ACC. They beat the hell out of Stanford this weekend. They beat the hell out of TCU. I mean, they're continuing up these 40 to 50-point games, and I think they're going very much under the radar. So Michigan. Before we move on off college football, Michigan is in real fucking trouble. This is going to be a bad few years, and the Harbaugh effect is real. It's real because they don't have a quarterback. They're on their third attempt to get a quarterback, and he still was not good. Listen. Again, like I told y'all in the last episode, please go get a quarterback in the transfer portal or scout something because Michigan not being good in the Big Ten is just weird. If Ryan Day loses to y'all this year, he needs to be fired. This is the handicapper of all handicappers against y'all. Illinois beat them in these fire-ass fucking throwbacks. Not gonna lie, everybody was hating on the jersey, but I actually liked the jersey with the combo of the helmet. The helmet was crazy. There's a professional team that should look into that. Green Bay, just saying. But yeah, like that shit was absolutely, that outfit was crazy crazy dope. And then in typical fashion, in old school fashion, they beat Michigan. Illinois used to be really good in football back in like the 30s, I think, or something like that. I don't know. They kept referencing it during the game, so, Excuse me. All in all, though, it was a great college football weekend. There were like 2 or 3 games that were just like you couldn't take your eyes off of them. Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Miami, Louisville. Like, those are my top 3 favorites of the weekend. So, anyway, on to the NFL. Niners, bang, bang, Madden curse gang. Listen, the injury list on the Niners is crazy right now. Their wide receiver core is just being dismantled with injuries. And, Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL this week against the Kansas City Chiefs in a freak accident tackle type thing. Knees buckled. It was bad. It was ugly. I'm not showing it. But it was just bad. So what I think that the Niners are just pretty much, they're under 500 right now. Their offensive linemen is getting ejected out of games for throwing punches, which, what else is new? Listen, and on top of that, the crazy thing about it is like Shanahan doesn't, it's almost like he's rattled now. Like, it's weird, man. He's some of the things he's being out-coached on. Like, you're not supposed to lose a 20-point lead in the 3rd and 4th quarter against Arizona, Kyler Murray and Arizona Cardinals. Like, you're just not. Like, that just doesn't equate. Packers showed that right after next week. So I just don't know what's going on. And speaking of Shanahan, him and Purdy he went to Purdy's locker after the game and basically lectured him for 5 minutes straight. Purdy didn't say a thing, and that was it. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, who does that in the locker room right after a loss? Like, I don't know. Shanahan just feels like he's panicked because they are Madden cursed, maybe, Super Bowl hungover, same difference, if you will. But he's just like, And he is 0 against Kansas City, who they faced this weekend. And to be honest, quarterback play wasn't even good this week. Mahomes has thrown just as many interceptions. He's the lead actually, he's thrown 8 interceptions. Him and Jordan Love are tied at the most interceptions in the league. And it's kind of crazy because, like, Patrick Mahomes, who we all recognize, and if you don't recognize this, you're a hater. I recognize this. I don't even like him. I'm tired of seeing him win. I don't want the three-peat. I don't want the three-peat. But he is what we call almost a god amongst men when it comes to quarterback play. Let's just be fucking honest. But this year he has looked very mediocre at best. And it's kind of crazy because you would think that he would get better after the bye week because, you get to iron some shit out. He looked worse after the bye week. He didn't throw a touchdown this game, I don't believe. I think they ran in everything. No, I think he did get 1 touchdown. I got to look at the stats, but I think he did get 1 touchdown. But I know he got 2 interceptions. Purdy looked just as bad. I think Purdy had 1 touchdown, maybe 2. And he, rest of it was run-ins and things like that. It just, 1. I'm sorry, they only had 14 points. But anyway, it just doesn't look like Purdy is figuring it out to be able to win them games by himself. It doesn't help, though, that his entire wide receiving core is gone. I will give them that. Purdy's still going to get a check. I still think that Purdy is a good quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback in a great system. That is now failing him. And we shall see how the rest of the season pans out. They have the Cowboys next, which is usually a very big game. But Debo went out with a flu. He has pneumonia apparently now. Kittles has an ankle injury. Ayuk is cooked, done. Jawan Jennings is out. I mean, who's he gonna throw to? Like, it's looking very, very run heavy, run. But luckily for them, the Cowboys have a horrible run defense, so maybe they can figure it out. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Chiefs found a way to win. Patrick Mahomes, like I said, playing horrible, but that defense looks great. And Spags is going to get a fucking job somewhere. I just don't know where he would want to go, where he doesn't have a chance. He's not going to go anywhere where he doesn't have a chance to win a championship. And I feel like they're on the verge of doing it again. And this time they're going to do it with a better record than they had last year, which is fucking annoying. We're not going to get mad this episode. We're not going to get mad. All right. Woosah. I might name the episode that. Woosah. Speaking of another team that kind of aggravates me because they're in my division, the Lions did it. They handed the Vikings their first fucking loss. Thank you. So fucking tired of hearing skull. So tired of hearing that bullshit. So, very, very close game. Fucking came down to the wire, field goals, and they basically it was just such a back and forth. Like, that was a game you could not stop watching either. Like, it was back and forth. And Green Bay had a great game against, I won't say a great game. Green Bay had a similar game like that with Houston. Not necessarily back and forth, but it was a very tight game. It wasn't like out of pocket. C.J. Stroud, no touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Jair Alexander still has your jersey. I'm just, listen, as a Packers fan, I'm glad to see the Vikings lose. I'm glad to see the Lions do it, but kind of wish they would have both lost. I don't know how that happens, but, hey, fuck it. We can wish, right? But speaking of the Lions, though, man, Jared Goff is going crazy. The last 4 games, they have more touchdowns than he has incompletions. 18 and 16 in 4 games, in a 4-game span. That is absurd. That man is cooking. They paid him already, so don't worry. He ain't got to get paid no more. But Jesus. Now, I did just get across the wire after, during the game, Monday night game, that their receiver Williams tested positive for PEDs or something like that, or banned substances or whatever the case would be. So he's going to be out 2 games, which one of those games happened to be versus the Packers. So, listen, as long as he's not injured, I'm cool with that because I'm not going to celebrate that part. But the NFC North continues to be the division to fucking beat, because they are all over 500, at least 2 games or more, and it's crazy. Bears are on bye week. So, cheers to Lamar Jackson and the fucking Ravens and Derrick Henry and Big Brother Harbaugh for finally figuring it the fuck out. Run the ball. That is what your whole offense is set upon. Run the ball. But the reason I shouted out Lamar Jackson first, this motherfucker threw 4 times. He is absolutely insane. And if you don't have him in the MVP race, you don't know football. I just cannot understand who said he was never going to be a good quarterback, because they are eating the shittiest humble pie that I have ever seen. He is phenomenal. And the first 2 games it's almost like the stepping stone was the Cowboys, and then after that we got it now. And they have not lost since. They have not lost since the first 2 losses in the season. Crazy work. Just saying, very crazy. They are on a fucking tear. Steelers, them. That's going to be a very interesting deal, especially since they letting Russ cook, and Russ looked good. He started out shaky against the Jets, who, by the way, have a really good defense. So he started out shaky, but motherfucking Russ was cooking. Sunday night, Steelers won too. So now it's like I said, they're neck and neck as far as records go. And man, when I tell you, Justin Fields, I'm sorry, dog. You might not get your job back for a while. But it's cool though. As long as y'all winning, he understands that he needs to. He's in the right situation for as far as a coaching staff, because Tomlin is a fucking beast of a coach, man. Anybody would anybody would have him on his team. Absolutely quick hire that man. But I just feel like, yeah, like that's going to be a battle. The Ravens, Steelers, I can't wait for that fucking game, because they both might be like, not undefeated because they got 2 losses, but they both might be on a tear at the same time. And I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that fucking game. So, yeah. Saquon came back to New York in an Eagles jersey, and they were burning his jersey in the fucking parking lot in front of him. I don't understand this. You buy the man's jersey, you burn it. I mean, if he beat women, children, murdered, raped, whatever, okay, maybe. He changed teams because your team did not want to pay him. That ain't his fucking fault. That is the Giants' fault. If anything, I don't know. I just don't understand it. I never understood that. Like like the LeBron situation when he went to Miami and made the dumbass announcement, which was distasteful as fuck. I get it. Understood. But at the same time, you're burning his jersey, his shoes. You already paid for them. Nobody cares what you do when you already paid for them. Come on. Like, what are we doing? I never understood that. Why am I wasting my good earned money? At least wear this fucking gym attire. I don't know. Fuck. Get every single wear you can out of that shit before you destroy it or throw it away or recycle it or whatever you do. Donate it. Fuck. I mean, anyway. Saquon, when he came back, y'all motivated him by burning the jersey, though. Like, I don't know if that was the motivation. I don't know if that was the point. I don't know if that's what y'all were going for. But my man had more yards than y'all had as a total offense. Himself, literally himself. He had 176 rushing yards and another 12 yards receiving, 11, 12 yards receiving. The whole total offense had 140 yards, maybe 150 yards, something like that, as far as the total offense. They fucking benched Daniel Jones. Like, bro, you cannot be mad at Saquon for leaving. First off, he went to a better situation. The Giants are in a complete rebuild. At least now he has a chance to fight for the playoffs or for the championship. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just they just put a fucking beat down on the Giants. It was bad. But yeah, it was bad. Fuck. So Commanders blew the doors off, another blowout, blew the doors off the Panthers. But the story there is Jaden Daniels got hurt. I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm trying to woosah through it because, like, man, I had him winning Rookie of the Year. Please don't let Caleb win fucking Rookie of the Year. That's all I'm saying. Please don't let Caleb. I will never stop hearing the fucking Bears fans. Please, Jaden, come back within like 2 weeks if you can. I know I'm asking a lot, but I just don't. I don't know. It looked like a rib injury. His coach said that he is, Stefanski said that he is week to week, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like 4 weeks before we get him back, and it's disheartening. Because again, like I said, I just do not want to hear Caleb win the Rookie of the Year and then just have to hear fucking Bears fans. Yeah, but it looked like I said, it's week to week, rib injury. Might be just like bruised ribs or something like that, which is extremely hard to play through. So, understandably, and they don't have any. I don't think they have any big games coming up in the next 2 weeks. I think this is the lighter part of their schedule. The Giants, I think, are on that part of that schedule. So, as we know, the Giants are really not that good. So, listen, Bengals and Browns. Bengals did what they were supposed to do, and the crazy part about this, I gotta find this video, man, because Deshaun Watson went out with a horrible, horrible ACL injury, and the fans just listen. I'm all for booing people. I'm gonna play it. Let me play it real quick because you just gotta see and hear it.
Just an unbelievable scene. Deshaun Watson carted off the field. This was seconds ago. Just from both teams giving him words of encouragement. See the emotion outpouring from Deshaun Watson. Unbelievable.
Listen, I'm not Myles Garrett in the situation. He's not a model citizen. I get it. He did some nasty things. He's a fucking pervert. He's a sicko. Whatever, okay? He had that, understandably so. If you don't like the person, I can differentiate that. I can understand that part. Has he been bad this year? Yeah. Booing him when he comes outside the tunnel? Sure. Booing him because he can't fucking complete a pass? Sure. That's your God-given right. But booing a man when he visibly is crying, and I know some of y'all couldn't see it up from the nosebleeds because that's where it sounded like it was coming from. That's crazy. But it wasn't just like a couple of fans. We're talking thousands of fans going along with this chant. That's insane. You deserve it. You deserve it is the most nasty. That is just absolute nasty work. And I can't fuck with that. That shit is absolutely terrible. Cleveland fans, y'all are disgusting. I hope I never go to none of y'all's games because that shit is disgusting. That shit is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Thousands. That broadcast was trying to talk through the disgusting booing and you deserve it. They were clapping in sync. That is fucking horrible. Boo him, clap when he gets fucking benched. But man, that was so disgusting. Like, I don't even know what really else to say, but that was just so disgusting. Now, also a disgusting and uncalled for situation. Miami Dolphins. I know y'all like, what? The Dolphins? We ain't talking about the Dolphins in weeks. Yeah, the Dolphins, they continue to lose and look bad. Their quarterback play is just absolutely terrible. Their backup's just not what it is, just like the Saints. It's just not what it is, you know what I'm saying? But Tua had a press conference after it was announced that he would be coming back. He's already practicing. First off, congratulations to getting cleared. Ryan Clark said on ESPN that basically there were no doctors, none of the doctors he went to or specialists that he went to could give him any definitive answers if he would have another concussion in 1 hit, 2 hit, 5 hits, or, that it was any cognitive damage for him right now and things of that nature. Or that there will be, My only problem with that is like, okay, yeah, they're not, is there human bias in this situation? Did he go outside of Miami to find these doctors? Did he fly across the seas to go talk to these people? Or did he stick in the States where everybody watches football and everybody knows the situation and might have him on a fantasy team or might have money on him coming back or whatever the case may be? I'm not saying that's the situation. But what I am saying is that, like, did he take every precaution? If he did, cool. I'll fucking eat my words. My only other question to that is, wouldn't you take every precaution on the field to not get hurt. It's very common for guys to, if they have a knee situation, offensive linemen especially, defensive linemen especially, to wear a brace, right? To wear a knee brace. Everybody sees that, right? So you protect yourself from those injuries again because you gotta hold your shit together to play, right? And you want to play the game that you love, that you dedicated your life for. Completely understandable. Well, there's this new thing that players have been wearing and putting their team sleeve thing over. It's called a Guardian cap. Those of you who don't know, Guardian caps have been proven to help reduce concussions by some marginal percentage number. Obviously, they can't stop everything, but it's a violent sport, but they help with the head violence as far as absorbing the hits, things like that. And when asked about it, Tua said, "No, I don't want to wear a Guardian cap for personal reasons." What the fuck kind of personal reasons could you not want to guard your head that you have literally been concussed 5 times? I do not understand this man's logic. I do not understand where in the fuck he is coming from with this. Someone please help me understand, because I don't get it. You literally you fellas, like, you went to sleep a couple of times on national TV. It is not a good idea. Yes, we understand that you've been cleared by all the doctors. Yes, it's just not a good idea to play with the universe. The universe is showing you, fam, you need to take precautions. Get down, slide, wear a Guardian cap. It's okay. It doesn't look cool, but you don't need to fucking look cool. It's the same thing as taping your ankle. It's the same thing as taping up your wrist if it hurts. It's the same thing as getting stitches in your hand and wearing the tape on the last 3 fingers or whatever, the last 2-3 fingers. It's the same thing. I just don't get it, man. And I just, he's throwing basically his health to the wind and chance. And honestly, we've seen this story. His chances are not good. He does not get down when he runs for the first down or runs for yardage, He just doesn't. And man, it's just crazy as hell. I don't get it. But it's not my life. It's not my family member. I ain't got nothing to do with that man's finances. But to me, I would sit the fuck down for a while and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, I'm off the soapbox now, and it's time for the beer goggles of the week. Listen, this week, oh, by the way, somebody told me, yes, bring as many beer goggles as you can find. So I got a bunch. I don't have a bunch. I got quite a few, and we're gonna watch them here. So first up, South Florida. The entire football team. I don't know who this was or what they were doing, but what the fuck, man?
Into the second half, you wondered, okay, you played a great first half, maybe the best of the season. Are you bringing energy now as you see some things getting sorted out on the sidelines now? This is where you got to keep your poise, right? Everybody, listen, the Bulls aren't playing the Bulls, right? This is Bulls against UAB. These guys got to remember that right now.
Yeah. The announcer did an outstanding job of talking through that because, you got to remember, this is Bulls versus UAB. Don't swing at each other. Oh, my God. But it's so funny to me because, I understand getting heated, but damn, UAB is not good. South Florida, what is going on over there? UAB, I remember when y'all were good, just a few years ago. Man. Yeah, so Oregon's Duck, the mascot, has no absolute situational awareness, and it is hilarious. How you go from being the man that stole College game day while he was in Oregon to that is crazy. Alabama, this is what I'm talking about when I say Alabama, is Saban would not ever allow this type of stupid shit.
Quarterback sneak. Well, it didn't look like he went anywhere from.
See where Jalen Milroe's helmet is. You can see where his body is, but where is the ball?
Why are y'all doing jump shots instead of trying to block somebody? Like, what? Oh my God. And he was short. Like, man, Saban would have had them boys running fucking laps up and down them fucking stairs after Tennessee rushed the damn stadium, the field, took the goalpost down. He had y'all, you two don't even fucking shower. Just get y'all ass up there. We're gonna run these fucking steps. Fuck that shit. What? Terrible. Had to be drunk. This one is off. This one, is John Gruden okay?
You know, there's a lot of people that don't think running backs are very important anymore. Don't pick up their fifth-year option. They're not worthy of a first-round pick. Well, I disagree. And last week proved it. And that's what's got me feeling really nicey. Like Ray Davis of the Buffalo Bills. 20 carries, 87 yards. He did it on Monday Night Football, just a rookie. Najee Harris, Pittsburgh Steelers. They didn't pick up his fifth-year option. 14 carries, 106 yards. He did it on the road in Vegas. Woo! Joe Mixon, Houston Texans. The Bengals didn't want him. He goes for over 100 yards on 13 carries. 55 yards on a YWAM. Never saw it, did you, Patriots? Derrick Henry, Baltimore Ravens. Tennessee Titans let him out of town. Got me feeling nice. 24 carries, 132 yards. You're the king. Sean Tucker, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who is this guy? Over 100 yards, 9.7 yards a carry. Ric Flair would love you. Wow!
Bro, what the fuck is going on with John Gruden, bro? Like, we all know what happened to John Gruden in the football world. He got caught up with some emails or some racist shit. So, yeah, he ain't working right now. But, bro, what the fuck? Yo, that shit is by far the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, we used to think John Gruden was a great football mind. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Man, listen. Fans are wild, man. Especially college football fans, but you gotta love it. Excuse me. Ooh. Whew. Oppenheimer. Excuse me. Yeah, like I was saying, fans are crazy.
And then Florida State comes and brings in their best wide receivers. And look at this guy. I don't know what he's calling. What's he calling on 3rd and 27? It looks like the All-Star Special at Waffle House. I think it is a Waffle House menu. It's a Waffle House menu.
Yeah, Florida State could use all the fucking help they could get, too, because that man... Yo, my man had a Waffle House menu. First off, how did he get a Waffle House menu outside of Waffle House? He must take an ass over for that one, because that's crazy. You ain't stealing nothing out of Waffle House. But man, that shit was crazy. My man had no shirt on too. But Florida State, man, they needed all the help they can get, man, because they can't get right at all.
Mason Arnold's snap a little bit high for Alex Mastromanno, and everything was out of sync.
He kicked the ball at the back of his O-lineman head. Like, what the fuck, man? By the way, Duke beat them the first time in years that Duke has ever beat Florida State. And it is turmoil in Florida State, and I ain't gonna lie, I love it. Now, that was, Now, for the six-pack of the week. All right, man. First up, man, Listen, some of these fucking running backs, man, this juke move was crazy.
Brock White lined up as the fullback. Off the right, here's Gibbs. Good run, best run, good move. There he goes, needs a block. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs answers back for Detroit, and they're on the board.
Jahmyr Gibbs replacing for right now Montgomery. That's one of the best 1-2 combinations in the entire league, and this offense had been reeling, a little sluggish there in the first quarter, and they got that explosive run at the perfect time.
Yeah, that juke was fucking nasty. That juke was absolutely fucking nasty. Like, man, I know my man foot hurt. Like, he dug in tough. Next up, Army's Casey Reynolds. Game is already in hand, brother.
Boise State playing UNLV coming up on Friday. That is going to be an enormous game. Oh, the one-handed grab. Casey Reynolds. And he held off at the last second, brought it in cleanly with the one arm. That was absolutely brilliant. Bryson Daly across the goal line again. And another touchdown on the ground, his 5th of this football game.
Listen, that catch was absolutely nasty, and it was unnecessary, honestly. You heard the announcer say they already got the score. Helped me with the spread. I mean, it made me push with the spread, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, or no, it was 16.5, so I won that game. Disregard. I put it in a parlay, so, you know. But yeah, Casey Reynolds, that play, it was a nasty catch. So, cheers to you. We're on number 2. These are really good, not gonna lie. These actually make me think that IPAs aren't that bad. So let me fix that. So y'all can see that Hoppenheimer there. Next up is BYU with the walk-off Darius Lassiter.
Happy feet. Downfield, caught, broken tackle, Lassiter, touchdown! Are you kidding me? Years ago, this program won its first and only national championship.
The reason that was on there, because first it was a walk-off and it had like 10 seconds left. Like, that's crazy. But also because my man shook through like 3 tackles. And I don't know if that was bad tackling or great juke moves, but to me, that was outstanding. Jordan Love is absolutely becoming unreal.
Here's Love to the end zone. Diving catch. What a catch it is by Kraft for the score.
I was seeing pictures of that stilled, like, you know, from the behind the end zone. Bro, that throw was a fucking dart. And that catch was absolutely amazing because it was almost picked off. He was pissing me off. He was throwing picks left and right. But it was almost picked off. But that shit was darted so hard that no one could catch that but Kraft. Next up is Mahomes with the Madden truck stick. Yes, you heard that right.
4th and goal. Mahomes gonna walk in. Touchdown.
God. Yo, Mustafa, first off, is the rookie that everybody's been like, oh, he's man-made and all these. They showing him with his shirt off and a helmet on. It's like the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest shit ever. Niners fans, get a life. But that was him. And Patrick Mahomes is not built like that. And, bruh, for him to run you the fuck over like that is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, man, that was fucking That was that was insane. And last but certainly, how many percent is this? I never even said that. 9.2%. I should not have opened the second one. It's going to be a great night. Last but certainly not least, this celebration by Maryland, Maryland, not Minnesota, Maryland.
USC can call a timeout if they want. Nope, and they won't. So that will.
Hey, man, that's a hard-ass celebration to do, especially when you beat USC, which USC is fucking cooked. And, yeah, I had to put that on there as the number one, or the last one, because that celebration was hard as hell. Like, that was harder than the Tyreek Hill fucking celebration when he got detained, not arrested, before the game and shit. So, all right, man. So, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and tell your friends to subscribe. I got more and more stuff coming. We are going to have a guest coming up very soon, actually. And this guest is going to help us gambling. This guest is going to help us with hockey. And this guest is going to help us with F1 racing. I ain't never even been into Formula 1 or F1 or whatever they fucking call it, because it's just cars going around in a circle. But the more I look into it, it's kind of crazy. So I'm excited for this guest, and I'm excited for the next few guests that are coming on. So y'all be ready, man. Like, thank y'all for rocking with me. But this is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. I'm a drinking Woosah.